Hey everyone, we are 2BH, and I am Gabriel.
My name is Eddie.
And I am Adrian.
Well, today, as you may notice, we don't have the same energy as we usually do, and that's for the recent news that we all received a couple days ago, which was August 3rd, on a Saturday, for, the sad news that there was a shooting here in the city of El Paso at a Walmart by I-10, and there was many injured, and from those injured there was, to this day, reported 22 that have died. So today is not so much for bringing laughter and joking around as we usually do, but mostly to reflect on the things that have happened, and I guess for the mourning of everything that did happen.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we would like to say for all those families that were touched by this, we totally support you guys, and we're trying to say that we are all together, I think. Exactly. As a city, as a community, and even beyond that, I think the whole state of Texas and the whole United States, I think, and even the whole world, it's united by this.
Exactly. And even if we weren't like direct family to anyone that was there,
yeah.
I feel like we all got touched either way by what happened.
Yeah, exactly, and it was unprecedented what happened here in El Paso.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like you don't hear about that here.
Exactly.
It's so out of the blue, I guess.
Yeah. He caught us out of guard, literally, to everyone. I think. Exactly, I think it doesn't matter where you are or when this happened. I don't think you're ready for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No one. I don't think no one is ready for something like that. And like you said, this podcast is to reflect on what happened and why this is happening. Exactly. Because if you're keeping up with the news, there was another one in Ohio, and I think there was another one in Chicago, mm-hmm. and there was another one that was not successful, mm-hmm. and on Lubbock, Texas.
What?
Yeah, and that
That's
just
not
happened.
That far.
And it's been just 4 attempts. 3 of them were successful to call it away, and the other one was interrupted. And I mean, what is happening out there that it's provoking these kind of actions from these people? Those are very good questions. I don't think there's a easy answer.
Of course not.
I don't think there's just this is it and that's why.
Yeah, there's no concrete answer.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just a concatenation of events that are happening through these people's lives. But at the end of the day, I think personally that these kind of actions of things can be, how do you say it? Prevented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally think that they can be prevented.
At least for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's always accidents and whatnot, but we've had way too many, man. Here in the U.S. Way too many.
And I know out there's a lot of people pro-gun, mm-hmm. and against guns. Yeah. There's people that said that one of the amendments give me the right. Is it like that?
Yeah. The second amendment.
Yeah, it's giving me the right to have my firearms and whatnot. And there are some other people who said it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, right?
It's not, man. I mean, I might be saying this wrong, and don't quote me on this, but for what I believe, the Second Amendment is if you need to protect yourself from the government,
mm-hmm.
From our own government, in case they attack our own people or whatnot, but not to attack each other, right?
Yeah.
That's
not
what they're for. You know, and then a lot of people say like, oh, it's for self-defense. But then, okay, sure, you open the Second Amendment, you buy your gun to defend yourself, but then you open the doors to someone buying their guns to attack.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think about.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we also have this thing that you should have to pass like a background check in order for you to buy a gun, right?
And a test of knowledge, like, of,
Mm-hmm.
you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, because I believe I was in a class when they asked this one guy, he bought like an Uzi, you know, a little automatic gun.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need an extra permit for it. I'm not sure, but he said he got it like within 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He had never taken any classes, no, like maybe a background check, I'm not sure, but 20 minutes, man. That's all it took to get a gun. Like,
Wow.
not that hard,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And they asked him, like, why did you get it? Like, self-defense? Was it, like, to keep at your house? He was like, no, I just went shooting at the desert.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. You know.
I mean, that's valid too. I mean, there's people that practice
valid,
that it's shooting out there just, well, not out there in every place, but in special ranges and all that.
Yeah.
Just as a sport, you know, and it's valid. But 20 minutes.
20 minutes, man.
No, wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
that hard.
and a lot of people will say, okay, you have your background check, you cannot buy it. You just go with someone that can pass the background check and get it for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's also got to be a way to like keep up with these people that are buying, guns.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while, you have to, I don't know, repay the right of even using that gun.
Mm-hmm.
Or just checking in that you still have the gun.
Exactly.
You know?
I feel like checking in for sure. Because I know when there's a crime and they find the gun, I believe the gun has like a VIN number.
Yeah.
And you could track it down to who bought it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's good, but the crime already happened.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, like if there was like a bit more than just the 20 minutes of waiting to get the gun, that'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly, man.
For sure.
I mean, I think that if you really want something like that, you will be willingly waiting for a week if you need to, in order for you have your whole background check done.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, Adrian?
Yeah, the whole system with getting guns is just, I guess, really messed up. I guess like it needs to be fixed, but like from the ground up, like not just like a little fix here and there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because every time something like this happens, they try to like compromise, I guess, and like, oh no, just this little thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like, oh, because you know we need the gun, you know, it's alright or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you gotta think when that amendment was created, like the guns that they had back then
Were
are
not
nothing
lethal.
compared to what we have right now, and it just
Like I've never seen a defense rifle. You know, I've seen assault rifles
Yeah.
for assault, but not for defense.
Yeah.
You know, where do you buy those defense rifles?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Yeah, because back then guns were like what, one shot every 5 minutes, and now we're like talking like hundreds per second. You know,
That's crazy, man.
Crazy, man. And it's totally crazy, like you said.
Yeah, and I heard the guy, I might be wrong, but I believe the guy had like an AK-47.
Yeah.
That's an assault rifle.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Why are we able to even get those? That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, there should be a limit.
Yeah.
Or what you can have and you can't have.
Like imagine if they just limited it to handguns.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would help a lot.
Not automatic handguns, though.
Yeah, like the single fire handguns.
Yeah.
That would help a lot, you know, because you don't have 22 people like super quick. Because I believe that gun shoots fast.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They use that on war, like in war, like the type of gun is used in war, so it's crazy. Also, what you like, even if like you don't take away like the guns, at least make it so like certain type of gun, like not everybody could have it. You know, there's even extra restrictions. You know, like
Yeah.
like you need to have certain amount of training.
There you go.
Or maybe even
training. I like that.
Or maybe even psychological, I guess, evaluations.
Evaluations.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, because like that type of gun, like the damage they can do in like that amount of time, like it's crazy.
Yeah, you know, like we've heard in movies and comics or whatever, you know, the more power, the more responsibility, which is something we're not tying here, you know, because an assault rifle, dude, like, I'm pretty sure it didn't take them that fast to get one. You know, it didn't take them too long to get one. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with Adrian on the fact that we should have levels of training, you know.
Yeah, and not only levels of training, but levels of like the guns itself. Themselves. If you have this kind of gun that is like really low profile, or like a handgun 20 millimeter or 22, I don't remember which one is the caliber. Okay, you know, you don't need as much training and as much background or test for you to pass, like you will have to have if you want to get an M4.
Exactly.
Or even a shotgun, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's a lot of damage.
The bigger the gun, the bigger the background checks, the test that you should be able to pass.
Exactly, man. Oh man. Honestly, I still can't believe that happened. You know, like whenever you think about it, like wow, it happened in El Paso.
Yeah.
But apparently the guy wasn't even from El Paso.
Yeah, he was, I think, from Dallas.
Yes.
There you go.
Something, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think that this is really important. I would like to invite every one of you guys that are listening to us. Whenever something like this happens, please don't share misinformation. Please clear the facts that you're receiving. And be very careful with what are you sharing, because maybe you're trying to help, and we understand that. I understand that. You're trying to inform the people that you love, or even just trying to inform as much people as possible, and that's understandable. But I think it's really important to understand that there's some information that is not true. And I don't know, I wish I want to think that this is not the case, but I can imagine some people out there just spreading misinformation just in order to create a massive state of psychotic trance. I don't know, but please don't be part of it, and try to share just facts. Don't share fear.
Yeah.
Whenever something like that happens.
Yeah, especially because it's really hard also for the police to sort of solve the problem. Like they're getting reports from places that nothing is happening. You know, like, well, the whole thing was happening at Walmart. With reports like, oh, it's also happening over here at Bassett, you know.
And Horizon.
Yeah, all these other places. And like, nothing was happening over there. But, you know, people just, I guess, spreading misinformation. And just pretty much the panic grows. Like,
exactly.
Like, you're like afraid, like, to go out. Like, you just want to go home and like hide there, you know, because you don't know what's happening. The police, you know, like, instead of like focusing 100% on this, they have to have police check this out, check that out, you know, check those reports, you know, and it just affects the whole thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So you were saying?
I forgot what I was saying.
I'm sorry about that, but
no,
I really think that.
No, that's true. That's totally true.
Because, like Adrian said, imagine that you're sharing this message that you received through social media, right?
Yes.
Saying that there's something else happening elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
So imagine that you sent that same message to your aunt, really? So your aunt is going to be like, okay, I'm trying to help too, so I'm going to call the police and I'll report that there's something going on in this other part of the city, right? And like just like Adrian said, that's what unleashes something that even for the police is really hard to manage, right?
That's right.
Because you're trying to concentrate everything in just one scene and trying to be as safe as possible, and you're receiving these other reports from some other parts of the city, and you have to be like, okay, so you guys check on that, or you guys check on that. So you're splitting your team, you're splitting the effort that you have to do. So it's easier for the law enforcement, and it's easier, I think, also for the city itself to just share the facts that that are being confirmed. And well, there's that. If you really want to help, also please, people, I know social media right now, it's about to share whatever your experiences are, whatever experience you're having right now, and you want to share. A lot of people use the social media in order to do so. But please, if your content is graphic, please don't share it. Don't share it in social media. First of all, for the respect of the people that have fallen due to violence. I don't know what is the right that you have to capture that moment, those images, and share them with people that don't even know that person. So first of all, let's respect the fallen and the people that have been part in the hands of violence.
Yeah.
Please don't share that kind of content.
Yes, and I understand something like, maybe like if you're live streaming, I understand that, you like, I guess, want to let people know like what's going on in the police. It helps. But, footage, like, don't just like post it on like Instagram or whatever. Like, it helps the police, because like the chief of police or the person that was giving the report to the news, he said like, if you do have footage, do send it in, like, because it does help them. But like, yeah, don't just spread it on just on Facebook, on social media, because it is kind of disrespectful,
Yeah, it is totally, man. Not only for the people that were injured, but also for the family, for the friends of those persons, And we all saw a city becoming together, even though there was a lot of fear out there. There was a lot of people helping. They did this like reunion point. I don't know how to call
memorial?
it. Huh?
Like a memorial?
No. When the shooting was happening.
Oh yeah,
and
at the school.
Yeah, at the school.
Oh yeah, for everybody that was involved, everybody was there.
Yeah, if you got separated from your family, that was the spot that you need to go in order for you to look for your loved ones or your friends over there. So afterwards, there was a lot of people donating food, blankets, water.
And
sodas.
I heard that
blood as well.
Yeah,
blood as
the
well.
blood drive was full, man. Like that told people like to schedule for the next day.
Yeah, for as far as my understanding goes, there were 3 places for you to donate blood. So they got open, and I don't know, it was like 15 or 30 minutes. They were full at their capacity. Yeah. So if you wanted to donate blood, still you need to make an appointment. So that speaks of the population that we have here. And I think we all felt helpless in a way.
Yeah.
Trying to do something. Helpless that you cannot do something to prevent what already happened.
Yeah, exactly, man.
So that's why a lot of people came out and tried to help in their own way.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we could.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't know, we live in El Paso. And I personally live close by to where it happened. Not too close, but close enough where it's like, wow, I go there a lot. You know.
Yeah.
So it's scary, man, to know that like, shit, it's that close. You know, to home.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Just don't expect it at all.
It's like, I think we live like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much around 5 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's crazy because like Gabriel said, we go there all the time. You know, when we need to go to Walmart, that's usually the one we choose.
Yeah.
So like, just thinking that like something happened there, you know, like at any other moment in time, like one of us could have been there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I was
honestly.
actually gonna be there, and I mean, I was telling you guys before the podcast started. I was already going there. Like, I was fully ready, fully clothed. I had my keys in the hand. And for some reason, my mom told me to sit down and eat. And, I mean, she already had the food there, so I couldn't say no. And, like, 10 minutes later, at least I received a warning. And I'm like, oh, shit. You know, that was going to be me. And it's just... like, I feel like I still can't grasp the idea.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, it still doesn't really sink in the fact that something like that happened here, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Because when we think of Paso, at least for me, like, I think, like, safety, you know? Like, it's one of the safety cities in the country, you know? And it's... And I think that's why a lot of people come to live here, you know? Because it is known as a safe city. You know, and, like, when you go to, like, Walmart or something, like, I guess for people here, you sort of assume that something like that's not gonna happen, you know, like like not here, you know, like this is not one of those places where you see that, you know. So it's hard to believe.
Yeah, exactly. Like we mentioned before, it's something unprecedented here in El Paso.
For sure.
So that makes it even more shocking for everyone. Because like you said, you don't expect that to happen in a city like this. You don't expect that to happen here in Paso.
At all.
Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I remember when, you know, you get the alert in your phone, you know, that the city sends out, you know, to their system, you know, like when it rings, you either assume, you know, it's either they're just checking the system, you know, or maybe like at most maybe an Amber Alert. Yeah, you know, and then when you read like, oh, active shooter alert, you know, like you double check, you know, because you cannot believe, like, wait, for real? Like I immediately went and checked, like, wait, is this for real? You know, like, is this actually happening? You
confirming with someone else, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, you know, like once you learn that, oh, this is actually happening, like it's just crazy, you know.
You know, I was looking for the name of this person.
Yeah, but
that he was.
What? Yeah, but only we shouldn't say the name, you know, because like.
No, I'm not. Let me finish first. Yeah. I was looking for the name of this person. Oh, here it is. He's apparently a soldier in Fort Bliss. So what happened is that he was at Cielo Vista Mall. And after the frenzy started, everyone started, you know, running to get out of there, right? Yeah. So amidst this, a lot of kids got separated from their families.
Right, and there was kids that didn't even have their parents there, you know, like, because parents just go drop off their kids and leave because we just feel that safe here. And, you know, like, that's just to explain how really safe we feel. You know, parents just go drop off their kids, I'll pick you up in an hour. In a huge place like that, because we just feel like nothing's gonna happen.
Okay, so the thing is that amidst that, a lot of kids got separated from their families, from their parents. You know, you don't know what's going on. You hear a fire gun being shot.
Yeah, gunshots.
Some gunshots. You hear that, and you start hearing people that you have to leave the area, right? You start watching policemen telling you to raise your hands and run for the exit.
That's right.
And well, you know, people just start running. Doesn't matter through what, or it doesn't matter through whomever you encounter.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of kids, or a few kids, got separated from their families. And this guy, let me see, Glendon Oakley, he started like grabbing these kids and taking them to safety. You know, so I don't know if that's being said too much in the media, but I would like to emphasize that. And thanks for people like Glendon Oakley for doing that. You know, because in those kind of situations, there's a lot of people that says, you know, I have to get out of here. I don't care about anything. I don't care about anyone. And he did that. He actually stopped from running away and started gathering these kids and taking them to safety. So kudos to Glendon Oakley.
Yeah, man. For sure, my respects, man. That's tough to do.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
To say, you know, screw my life if it's over. Help us.
But I have to do something,
yeah.
right?
But I gotta help.
And also, I think there was another person in the Walmart where all this happened. I'm trying to remember the last name. I think it's Serna, which he's an employee of Walmart. And when everything started, he got as much people as he could and put him in one of the trailer, you know, the trailer containers. Yeah.
Wow.
So he actually put all those people as possible that he could in one of those and close it.
Wow.
To ensure that all that people were safe. So I mean,
didn't hear about that.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was something that there's no other way of saying it, but it was just a bad thing and horrific.
Completely, man.
Yeah. That was horror at its worst. But also, that's how a lot of unknown heroes race, right? So really kudos to all that people that did something, not only for themselves, but for other people. And, I mean, just like everyone is saying, El Paso is a strong city.
That's right, man.
And I think El Paso needs to be stronger than ever.
That's right, man. And I mean, again, we want to thank anyone that, you know, that went to donate blood, anyone who was there at the time that did their best to help others, you know, all the police officers that helped out, just anyone who was there, in just El Paso in general, for standing together at such a rough time. And yeah, any people who really support each other, you know, thank you to all. We really need this at this time to just stand as united as we can and just together. Well, again, we thank you for listening as we reflect what happened and just for grieving for all those people that we lost that day. And my respects to all the heroes that we had. Again, we are 2BH. You know where to find us. My name is Gabriel.
My name is Eddie.
And my name is Adrian.
Thank you.